Today we're in the Seven Pines community here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now I'm very excited to showcase two amazing model homes by David Weekley. This is a community that is ever growing, it is master planned, and this is the one you don't want to miss. I'm very excited to showcase this to you. Let's just hop right in. All right, we're looking at the forest today, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Gregory Grant. I help buyers just like you determine if these new construction homes and these communities actually make sense for your lifestyle. A lot of the times people reach out to me after seeing one of these videos, so I can really help them determine where they should be. So don't hesitate, reach out. Now these are rear entry homes, but that doesn't stop David Weekley from giving you this beautiful patio right at the front of the home. Very nice spot here. I can definitely see myself sitting out here maybe with a cup of coffee. I'll bring the dog out. We'll just sit on the little bench and just relax. You also have this space here. Really nice area. You can get a fire pit, have everybody sit around it. If you're coming from up north, you might be familiar with this type of setup here. We're in Florida right now. I think it's 60 degrees at the time of making this video, so that's really cold for us, maybe not you. Through those doors there, that actually leads into the kitchen, which we're gonna circle back around so you can see that on the way back out here. All right, and as you step through that front door, the first thing this home really does well is create that sense of separation. It's not all just visually closing in on you. So immediately on the left here, we have your study here at the front of the home. Very sizable. I definitely love what they are doing here. You can get some French doors here. You can get some sliding doors here, whatever you would want to add to your custom build. Very, very nice. And as you can see, you have all the natural light that just flows into the room super seamlessly. What's great about this space is that you're not sacrificing like a bedroom, you're not having to carve out any additional space from your family room. It's just very productive in its own corner, which I can really, really appreciate. And then also here right off of the study, you have under the stairs just an extra layer of storage. So very cool, very practical. I'm 5'6", and I actually didn't even have to really bend down walking through there. Very, very cool. Now as we continue forward, notice how the home kind of transitions from private to more focused spaces. Here we have your powder room, nice and on the main level. Decent amount of privacy from here. Very, very nice. Really am just loving how much light is coming into this home. It's one of my favorite things about it. Now here we kind of have your breakfast nook. The truth is, this really is where the dining is going to be. That's that door that leads to that outside, so you can see everything very clearly and get a lot of natural light in from these windows. And this cabinet space is really cool as well. So no soft close on these, but that is a feature you can add if you want. What I really like is just how you can see the kitchen, you can see the main living area, everything is just so open and inviting. Now here we have the kitchen. This is definitely one of the centerpieces of the home. Very beautiful in here. I'm going to open these up so you can kind of just get an idea of the space you're working with. Buyers often appreciate how the kitchen, it doesn't necessarily dominate the home, it just really complements it, right? If you care about hosting, if you like cooking, you have everything you need. And I'm just pointing out a couple of features here. You have that microwave, you have the oven or the dual oven combination. Here you have that beautiful island, which is very intentional in its positioning. It really creates that natural gathering point. And definitely it really anchors the space of the kitchen. Now the cabinets up here, just wanted to show you, again, I'm 5'6", and I can reach this pretty comfortably, so keep that in mind. Pantry size, very decent for the size of the home. Personally, I would have liked to see it just a little bit bigger, but that's just me. And then similarly here above the fridge, again, I'm 5'6", and I can reach this without stepping on my tippy toes, so that's pretty cool. You have your outlet there. And all in all, just really nice space I love, again, just that open concept and how intentional it is keeping the family together. Now, the family room is definitely where the home just fully opens up. You have all of those windows there that just lets in all of that natural light. One of the key decision points buyers notice here is how the family room, it really connects to that outdoor space, which for a lot of people, that transition definitely matters, especially in a home that's designed to just always be usable. Very beautiful here. I mean, you can fit a sectional quite easily in here as well. Get a lot of space. I would say if you're the type of family that likes to entertain, you like to just host, have your friends over, have family over, all of that sort of thing, this is definitely a space you want to consider when you're making your relocation into Jacksonville. Now, right off of the living room and kitchen area, as we make our way down, you kind of get like this mudroom-esque space here. So you can put backpacks, shoes, whatever. Here you also have just a really cool linen closet. You can see the laundry room from this side, but I'm actually going to make my way around to that. So here we have the owner's suite. Very, very nice. I love that backsplash against the wall. You have that coffered ceiling for just added architecture. Very, very nice. You have these oversized windows here on the left, which really just lets in a lot of natural light. It also gives you a very clear view of your backyard, which, don't worry, it's still private, and you'll see when we get to the other side, you can't really see from the other side in. Very beautiful in here. Now, heading into the owner's bathroom, I would say this is just really designed to support your daily routine very easily. You have your dual vanities there. You have the walk-in shower, and as you notice, the tile all the way up to the ceiling. You have that window that lets in good natural light. Everything is controlled there, and you do have that overhead shower coming down. Here you just have a good linen closet. And then, of course, we have our walk-in. Now, personally, again, at this price point, I feel like you could have a slightly bigger closet, but that's just me. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below. Would you want more space in here? Or is this maybe just the perfect size for you and your family? All right, and then through this door on my right, this is just your toilet separated by that door. And then, of course, we have the laundry room from your primary bathroom. Now, what I really like about that is just it's very functional and practical. I love being able to go from dirty clothes in the closet to straight to the laundry room very easily. This door locks from this side, so you don't have to worry about anyone coming through the laundry room and into your bathroom. So very nice there. A lot of storage in here as well. These are very easily accessible. Very, very nice design in here. Okay, so now we're going to make our way upstairs to check out the secondary bedrooms and the loft. If you're watching this video still, it's probably because you can kind of imagine yourself living here, but maybe you need more answers on the community, or you have more questions about this home or any other surrounding home. Reach out to me when you're ready, no pressure, but this is exactly what I do every day. I would love to help guide you step by step, regardless of how early you are in the process. I'm here for you. Okay, so we've made our way upstairs, and as you can see, everything's kind of circular, and it all is surrounding this really beautiful loft here. Now, if you have kids, this is probably one of the best areas to just have a little playroom for them. If they're older, this is where the teens are going to hang out. You know, they just really get their own space. Of course, this is multi-purpose, do whatever you want with it, but I could really see that as well. Could also be a media room. You can convert it into like, this is where everybody comes up to watch movies and really hang out. Very, very nice to have this available. And certainly one of the main reasons why people would go with this particular floor plan. All right, here we just have that HVAC closet. And then here is one of the secondary bedrooms. Very good size for sure. What I really like too is that this room has its own bathroom. Very sizable without a doubt. Okay, and then here you just have your walk-in shower, tile all the way up to the ceiling. Very nice. And then you do have the window behind me, which lets in all of that natural light. I really enjoy the size of these rooms. Even this closet, again, great space for a secondary bedroom. Everything just feels really cozy and positioned quite well. Moving on, we're heading into bedroom number 3. And I gotta say, bedroom number 3, the theme of that balance and usability, it's still really good. It's positioned next to the shared amenities, which, while still maintaining privacy, not super massive, but definitely a great space for if you have smaller kids or kids that can grow into the room. And then in here, similar size to the closet we just looked at. Maybe a little bit smaller actually. Okay, and then to my right, we have that bathroom. You can see the tile that goes up to the ceiling with that window letting more light in. Really like the finishes on that sink. And of course you have that tub here as well. So great detail for a secondary bathroom that's upstairs, not bad at all. And then here we have that linen closet right before the bathroom, so very convenient. And then finally we just have that final 4th bedroom here. Great space for sure. I would say out of the 3 rooms, this one definitely feels the biggest. Maybe it's because you're at the curve, but I really like the space. And then just your similar sized closet all throughout. All in all, not bad. So we're gonna make our way back downstairs and we're gonna check out that backyard. If you have not done so already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any new construction home tours or any relocation tips and guides for communities here on the channel. Now, also too, I just want to say, if you're considering new construction, reach out to me. Don't work with the on-site agents. They work for the builder, so they work to get the builder the best possible deal, not necessarily you, and that's where a lot of buyers go wrong. So I am here whenever you are ready. Now, we made our way downstairs. You can enter either side through the living room, or you can get there through this door here, which is what we're gonna do. Now remember, these are rear entry, so this is what you're gonna see the majority of the time when you are pulling into your home. You have this big, beautiful lanai that extends all the way to where the garage would be. Really like what they have here. Definitely want to have a smoker like that in my home. That is really cool. You also get a cool bar tap. Just very nice, great space, and it very effortlessly goes into the living room. And as you can see, you can't really see through these windows, so you do get privacy if people are out here. Now this AstroTurf area is just an option. You can opt in to have a pool back here if you'd prefer, which you'll see that here on the second model that I'm going to showcase today. But even this here is just really nice, and it still feels very private and large. Absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely one of my favorite finishes. And then here on the left is that 2-car garage. And this is where you'll be parking and entering out from. Unfortunately, the door is locked, so I can't get in there to show it to you today. But if you like, I can definitely email you the full floor plan. So one last look at this backyard, and I gotta tell you, this next home that we're about to see, between the two of these, I would say this next one is probably my favorite. But if you have an opportunity while we're making our way to the next home, go ahead and hop over to the comment section and let me know what you really liked about this home and also what you don't like. All right, so here we have the Annie Eliza, and like I said, this one is probably my favorite floor plan over the Forest. One, it's all on a single story, so I know for some people that alone may be a deal breaker, but I just find this absolutely beautiful. You have this nice patio before you walk in, and let's just step inside and take a look. So this is where this floor plan really kind of differentiates itself, because it's way more separated than the other one. So here we have the study similar to the other plan. Of course, you can get your French doors or a sliding door here if you desire. But look at this space, very large, very deep, which is something I can really appreciate, especially if you work from home. You have these beautiful windows that let so much natural light in. It's almost blinding in a great way. You can get a nice storage system set up here. It's just practical. Very, very nice. Again, I love the separation from the main area. Now coming through here, we have some of your secondary bedrooms. This is just a linen closet. And then directly behind me, of course, is your HVAC. Now stepping into this first bedroom, the first thing you're going to notice is all of the natural light that is coming in. It's so beautiful with those oversized windows. The space isn't insanely massive, but it is perfect for maybe a young kid's room. Whatever you would want it to be, it works. Through here is the walk-in closet. Definitely a decent size for the space. Again, just very practical, very nice. I love the light that comes through here. Now, this is where the plan just makes a lot of sense for me personally. I love this loft that is separated from the main living area. You don't have to go upstairs for it. It's right here. This can be a kid's playroom. This can be a perfect wing for a guest room. It's just very nice, very out of the way. They have it situated similar to how a living room would be situated. I love what they have going on. Of course, you have the windows that lets in all that natural light. This just works. Then of course you have the shared downstairs bathroom with the tub and tile that goes to the ceiling. So fantastic touch there, of course. The space just feels really homey and really comfortable. I think if you have slightly older kids, they'd really appreciate this area. Here is that other bedroom. Definitely bigger than the last bedroom for sure. You can see that like wood finish in the back. Probably one of my favorite designs as well. Now this particular model can be the 3 to 4 bedrooms. This is an example of the 3-bedroom home, so keep that in mind as we're looking. Absolutely fantastic. Again, this area is just super cool to me, and it's nice and separated. Now when you come out of that wing of the home, here you have like your little mudroom. Pretty simple. I really enjoy that design. And then through this hallway, here is where you'll find your laundry room. Again, nice and separated. Unlike the other model where it's connected to your master bedroom, this one is off in its own world. I'm 5'6" and I can reach these very easily. Something to consider if you're considering this floor plan. And decently sized as well. It's not going to get too cramped or overcrowded in this room. Now making our way out, we're finally in the living area. Now here's why that separation is super cool, because this area is all about connection. Now for some people, this kitchen is going to be the deal breaker for sure. It's not super large, but it is practical. You have the island that's sort of like a diamond shape, which is interesting. And then you have so much cabinet space to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. I do kind of have to step on my tippy toes to reach up there, so keep that in mind. And like I said, this space I don't think is super wide, but it is still nice in here. You don't have the soft close in this home, but that is something you can add later. You have your gas stove with that ventilation system right above or underneath the microwave, I'm sorry, and then here's a little close-up on the island. Honestly, I mean, this kitchen is just designed to cook while you're still a part of what's happening in your living room and the dining area. It's just to keep everybody close together. Pantry sized for the kitchen, I think works really well. But again, this is definitely the deal breaker for most. Let me know in the comments what you think about this kitchen and is this a good space for you. Then you have the dining area, massive windows letting in a bunch of natural light. From here you can also see that backyard. Again, this whole layout is just all about connection. If you like hosting, if you enjoy family events, or just flat out having the family together, this is the floor plan for you. Living room, really cool. The wall with that backsplash on it is actually super large, which I can appreciate. Perfect for your 80-inch TV. It will fit perfectly. And then of course from here you can also see that backyard area, which is really nice. Still lets in quite a bit of light despite the lanai that kind of covers it. All in all, great space. I really enjoy this, and here you can just see how everything meshes well together. Now off of the living room, we are heading into your master. I love, love, love those wooden beams there on the coffered ceiling. That's just, the wood look is probably one of my favorite design choices. As you can see, you also have that there on the backsplash, which again, these are just options. You can customize it to your liking when you are in the design center with me. Here again, you can see outside, just like the last model. You still get privacy because you can't really see from the other side. And then heading into that bathroom, you can see this is separated by a sliding door. You have your toilet separated by a door. I know that seems like a silly thing to point out, but some of these places don't have the door. And then of course your linen closet. Very nice. I mean, your bathroom kind of works as like a long hallway, but everything is still functional. There you have your dual vanities. Very nice there. We don't have the soft close on these drawers here, but of course you can add that if that's something you care about. Then here you have your walk-in shower with the windows letting in a little bit of light. I would have liked to see an overhead shower in here, but that's just me. Maybe that's not important to you at all. And then you can see all that tile that goes up to the ceiling. All right, and then here we have the walk-in closet. I'm wondering if you can get something to cover that. For some buyers, that's a deal breaker. Let me know if it is for you. And then here we just have that walk-in closet. A little bit smaller than the last one that we saw, but because this one's wide and not long, it actually feels a little bit bigger. Definitely a DIY project in the making for sure. But from here, we're gonna go ahead and hop to the backyard. Let me know if this floor plan is making sense for you so far. If it is, this is one of those that you just have to see in person to really get the feel full of how it actually functions. Okay, so you can enter through either way here. I'm gonna make my way through here, and it actually got a little jammed, so I skipped through trying to fight it. But here you have that beautiful lanai. I just love how large it is. It scales all the way to your entry point for the home. This is a great example as well as just some of the design finishes. If you were looking from the last video, very seamlessly, it just feels like you're connected to that living room. And as you can see, you can't really see through these windows a whole lot, so you still get great privacy, as you can see there. And then here is your pool. So this is just an option you can add. I mean, you can still do the AstroTurf that we saw in the last home, or you can set up the pool and anything else that you want back here. I think the pool look is fantastic. You can also get that lanai screened in so you can keep those doors open that lead into the living room all of the time. So keep that in mind too. And I have a guy who is really good at that who can help. And then of course through here, we have your 2-car garage, which the door is locked. I can't get in there, but I can email you the floor plan for the 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom so you can see how that 2-car garage would function. Hey, so if you're relocating from out of state, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I help a lot of clients look at these properties well before they actually are able to come down and see them in person. I'm more than happy to do a private tour video for you and send it to you personally. No pressure, just reach out when you're ready. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I chose these 2 videos up here specifically for you in case maybe this community isn't quite what you're looking for, but the area is. Go ahead and watch one of those, and if you have not already, please subscribe. It'll really push me to continue to make these videos. I make this channel to help you decide if moving to Northeast Florida actually makes sense for you and your family. Maybe you're retiring, maybe it's time to grow the family, go from 1 kid to 2 kids. Whatever the case may be, I help buyers just like you make those decisions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.